Nick "Grimmy" Grimshaw is a BBC Radio 1 DJ, who has presented the station's early morning show since back in 2012. The 33-year-old, who is now based in Stoke Newington, London, grew up in the town of Oldham in Greater Manchester. The star joined BBC Radio 1 back in 2007, presenting the programme Switch alongside the DJ Annie Mac. The following year, Nick took on the role of host for Radio 1's weekend breakfast show. And in 2009, the presenter switched to the 10 p.m. until midnight slot, before replacing Chris Moyles in the weekday morning slot. Nick Grimshaw net worth. According to reports, the DJ is thought to have a net worth of around £1.5 million. Last year, the BBC confirmed Nick was the highest-paid Radio 1 DJ. In a report published by the corporation, the star's salary was revealed to be between £350,000 and £399,999. Meanwhile, Greg James, 32, who will switch from his afternoon slot to the BBC Radio 1 breakfast show in September, was paid between £150,000 and £199,999. Earlier this year, Nick was spotted soaking up the sun in celebrity hotspot Mauritius with close pal Pixie Geldof, after previous luxury holidays to the same resort. The Radio 1 favourite hit their headlines back in 2016, after he narrowly avoided injury when he flipped his £80,000 Mercedes on its side. The star was said to have been travelling between 10 and 15 miles per hour when he swerved in the road to avoid a cat, ruining his pricey motor. Nick announced he would be stepping down from his morning show and moving to Greg's drive time slot while live on air today. Speaking to listeners, he said, "I have become the second longest host of the Radio 1 breakfast show in history, which is pretty big, so, taking over the legend that is Tony Blackburn's record. I actually feel mean about that because I feel like Tony is really good, isn't he? He'd like that accolade." The radio presenter went on to explain his stint as the show's host was second to Chris Moyles' time on the show, who hosted the show for a record-breaking 8 years. In a statement released yesterday, Nick explained, "I had the time of my life. I've decided it's time for a change and a new show. I love Radio 1 and can't wait to get on with the new time slot and the removal of all alarms from my house." He continued, "I'm so happy to be swapping shows with my friend and yours Greg James, and can't wait to wake up to him each morning. Not literally, just on the radio, unless he's up for it." Following the news, Matthew Wright took to Twitter to make a very surprising claim about the news, which saw him appear to take credit for the decision. In a post shared with his 47,500 followers, the 52-year-old wrote, "I see it, Grimmers has quit. Radio 1 looks like I've started a trend." The Radio 1 breakfast show with Nick Grimshaw airs weekdays on BBC Radio 1 from 6:33 a.m.